it don't get everything is true. But what it don't.
Boss, you can't go on ignoring this rock and roll stuff anymore. Every hotel and club in the country's wiring for information.
Hello, Groove Dogs. Welcome to the Runaway Radio Rewind, a program that looks and listens back to the heyday of one of America's truly great radio stations, the legendary and late KLOL. It's the Runaway Radio Rewind. And now, here's your host, Steve Robinson.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for being here. It's the Runaway Radio Rewind. We look back at the awesomeness that was Rock 101 KLOL here in Houston. Today on the show, we hear from promotions and marketing guru Doug Harris. I mean, so many of the incredible events that KLOL put on came from his twisted brain. And we also will hear when Stevens and Pruett scored an interview with Ike Turner. Yes, that Ike Turner. Plus, I got a good Uncle Waldo for you. So kick back, enjoy. It's the Runaway Radio Rewind.
The thing I could always count on with Stevens and Pruett is they would come up with their own stuff, and we just had to find a way to make it come to life. And many times I was driving into work, and I'd hear something that sounded like was fully developed and ready to go, and I didn't know anything about it, and you didn't know anything about it, so I had to go make it happen. Now, one of those things was this recurring gag they had. It was a bit about, oh, you're coming to the Christmas party. It was their way of saying, boy, you've done a solid for us, or you took off your shirt, or you did the happy dance or whatever. Your reward is you're going to come to the Christmas party. Only there was no Christmas party. So CW over at Cooters on Richmond says, hey, we want you to have the Christmas party here. And I said, boy, that's a great idea. So we did it. The Stevens and Pruett holiday ball, because we were concerned that, conjuring up the image of little baby Jesus in Christmas might not be a good fit. It's a holiday ball like an office party. We brought in the first year a Playboy Playmate, I think, to be our guest. And then it just kept evolving, and we added the black tie element. There was that disastrous year where we were at Avalon, right? And somebody had a printer had manufactured the invitations and sold them. So we had invited 1,500, 2,000, and we had 5,000 people show up, many who had rented tuxedos. So a big learning year for me there. Eventually, it ended up at the Hyatt Regency downtown. Black tie for the guys and lingerie for the ladies, and it became the highest grossing single night of any Hyatt property in the world other than New Year's Eve. And then my buddy Pat Frant from the TV business says, we got to film this. And it became a pay-per-view cable special.
$29.95.
There you go.
Per view.
Live.
We made it available through Time Warner Cable live for 2 hours for $29.95. We hit 5 states with subscribers, and it was red light goes on, and you're hot. And here we go for 2 hours, and the satellite truck's outside and the TV truck, and I was out there cutting cameras for 2 hours.
And it started as a gag bit on the Stevens and Pruett show, but we saw the possibilities and
made money.
Made money,
made a lot of money.
And at Hyatt, we're like, okay, it's
what
January 3rd. What do we do now? Let's do it for this year. And eventually, they had to close the hotel to outside guests because the crowd just.
It wasn't a good fit.
No, for the Shriners from Bismarck, North Dakota, who happened to be a visit,
should not be in the building
because it was
memorable.
It was indeed. So the Stevens and Pruett Holiday Ball again happened sort of by accident or on a lark. And that's one of the things you could always depend on Mark and or Jim to come up with something to make our life interesting.
We will have more from Doug Harris very, very soon. If you haven't done so, log on to RunawayRadioRewind.com, check out our wares, and like us on Facebook, would you? Here's Stevens and Pruett interviewing the one and only Ike Turner. It's a trip. Enjoy it.
Ike Turner, you are a mess. You know that?
Yep.
Well, that's why we love you around here, Ike. And when you came out with that CD, what the hell were you thinking, man? It's a country western thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but some parts of it is, I think, is.
I mean, it's got slide.
Everything I've ever did in my life. If you listen to Proud Mary, the way when I first started singing, left a good job in the city, that sound country, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does. You know, the way you do it.
Yeah.
And you got your.
And so everything I've ever done, man, with Ike and Tina, it was always country first, and then when I put the music to it, it changed.
You put the soul on it.
Yeah, and on this particular CD, I did Without Love, I Have Nothing. Well, that's got a semi-country feel to it, and man, My Babe. But the real is that song on there. Gave you what you wanted. It ain't my fault you didn't like what you got.
Hey, we played the CD, but we can't find it. I got. It's just like you, Ike.
You
know, your wife can't find you. We can't find your CD.
Yeah.
We had 2 or 3 of them around here, and I know we gave one to Locke Siebenhausen, our boy announcer.
Big fan of yours.
Yeah, and now we can't find your damn CD.
Oh.
I listened to it. It's kind of like Soul Train meets Hee Haw.
Yeah. Well, you remember the song Tracy Chapman's "Give Me One Reason"?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that song "Gave You What You Wanted." It ain't my fault you didn't like what you got. It's about like that. It's like swamp blues.
Swamp blues.
There you go.
Yeah. Kind of Louisiana stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Howlin' Wolf stuff.
Well, how come you got that dumb cowboy outfit on the?
Oh well, look, there's 2 pictures, man.
Yeah, I know, but did Jeanette talk you into putting on that
Yeah,
Roy Rogers outfit?
It's a country place down the street from where we live at, man. And
I see.
we go there sometime. And but anyway, I was thinking, I would send this cowboy picture to the stations that may play country, and I send the other one to the ones that's gonna play the blues.
Hey, like Ike,
Yeah.
you really think some country station's gonna play your music?
Sure.
Sure.
Come on, Ike.
Soul Train meets Hee Haw. Here's come on.
That ain't gonna happen, Ike. You know better than that.
Here's your host, Buck Cornelius.
Ike.
Hey, do you know what happened? What his name? Proud Mary broke on a country station.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. But
Yeah.
but you know, country stations are getting so tight ass now. It's new country, it's old
like,
country, it's young country, it's all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. The country rock, they got all kinds of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, Ike.
Huh?
Somebody wants to know. I got a note here from somebody. Interesting question. What's Ike short for?
Isaiah.
Isaiah?
Yeah, Izear.
Azer.
Yeah.
Azir.
That was my father's name. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that an African name?
I don't know. Probably.
Azir?
Well, why not?
I don't know. Azir. I don't know. I just never heard that. I never heard that name before.
Where's
Yeah, but,
Mommy?
you guys, man. I'm coming down to Houston sometime soon. I hope, man.
When are you coming down here, Ike?
I don't know. Within the next 60 days.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
So
cool.
you're touring with the new CD.
Because I want to go back to this hospital where I did the thing for the terminally ill kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed that, man. It was like a good feeling to see kids, man. Like at that age, man, they're dying and they're not afraid, man. You know, it was a good feeling, man.
Are you afraid of dying, Ike?
Heck yeah, man.
I am not.
Look, you scared of the unknown. The only reason we're afraid of a snake, man, is because we don't understand it, huh?
Hold on a minute. Hold just a second. We had to dump something off the tape, Ike. You got carried away.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it scared the she out of him, I guess.
Yeah.
Scared of
Our producer just, whoa, he said the S word.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you guys really wild. You know.
Ike, you've been around here before. You know what this show is like.
Yeah, but you guys getting close to what that guy's name, man. I did his show in New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I was stirring.
You know,
our favorite New York disc jockey, Don Imus.
Imus working on the railroad.
Hey, Ike. I don't know who
Cousin Brucey.
I don't know who you have with you, but we have a lady named Holly Body here. 38 double D, fantastic body. Doesn't have any makeup on at all, and she's a nice looking.
She
got the tightest, roundest, bubbliness ass you've ever seen in your life.
She can't touch this.
Hey, Ike. I know you're in bed, but you haven't gone to sleep yet tonight, have you?
I know I'm sitting on the bed, but not yet. What time is it? 6:22.
Yeah, about 6:20.
Yeah, man, if you was where I was, man, you couldn't sleep either.
Can we talk to her?
Huh? Yeah.
You want to put her on the phone?
Yeah. Hold on a minute.
Hello, Ike.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
he's with Eartha Kitt.
Eartha Kitt. Her name is Cat.
Ike, you're nuts.
Hey, Ike,
What?
when's your book coming out?
It should be out in March.
In March.
Yeah.
The name of the book is...
Taking Back My Name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making another name for yourself, you know. Doing stuff like this on the radio. You realize that, don't you?
Well, anyway.
You know, people are saying
that's
that...
better than the one they're giving me.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, Ike, you know, you had you're a wild man. You've always been a wild man.
No, not like that, though, man. You know, I was so glad when O.J. Simpson came along because he knocked me out the box.
There you go.
Because it used to be every time you turn the radio on, Ike Turner was caught with dope. Ike Turner is wife abuser. Ike Turner this. You understand?
Yeah.
And so when O.J. came along, they softened up on me, man. You know, and then that movie didn't help me any either, man. You know,
Oh, yeah, the one that Bissett was in. What's her name?
Hey, I want to tell your audience something.
Yeah.
What this chick's name from New York that's got this black chick that's got the TV show that's real hot? What her name?
Oprah
Winfrey.
Oprah.
Yeah.
Oh, Chicago.
Tina's gonna do
No,
it.
yeah, she's from Chicago, not New York. You had me fooled there for a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, Tina is gonna do her show, and guess what? I'm gonna be one of the people in the audience, and she ain't gonna know it.
Well, no, wait. Does Oprah know this?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, so the producers are setting you up for
Yeah.
it.
They're setting her up.
They're setting up Tina?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
No, I didn't think
We're gonna
Oprah...
straighten out a lot of this movie crap.
Hey, nice save.
Yeah, good save.
Yeah, I like that. So, really, when is that going to tape?
I don't know, man. But I'll let you guys know down there.
Yeah, let us
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'll
think...
let
Well, if Tina finds out that you're in the audience, you think she'll go ahead and do the show?
I don't think so. I don't think our manager would let her do it.
Have you ever talked
Because
to...
it is scheduled sometime in April.
Yeah.
We're going to do this thing for pay-per-view, a battle between Ike and Tina.
What do you mean?
Her show.
Well, I mean, what's it going to be?
Her
what's-
show and my show.
Her show,
and then we do a finale together. You know.
you're gonna really get together and perform?
Yeah.
You and Tina?
This just for pay-per-view.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In other
Is
words,
Don King putting this together?
No, he's in the boxing, man.
it's fixed, isn't it?
No.
Is it fixed?
Nah.
Yeah. You and Tina, come on, honest to God, you and Tina are going to do a show together?
Yeah, yes. I wanted to do it over some places like over a period of 30 days.
Yeah.
Over the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but a manager wouldn't agree to that. You know, but the pay-per-view thing, he'd do that.
What's it? What will it cost us to watch Ike and Tina battle it out on TV?
I have no idea.
You don't even know.
No, I don't even know what it costs to watch Tyson.
Well, that's usually about $40.
Huh?
Yeah, it's
usually
about
about
$39.95, about $40 to watch a Tyson fight.
Oh, really? Well, it don't cost.
And I guarantee you this will last a lot longer than a Tyson fight.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it'd be pretty good.
And the book is coming out when, Ike?
It'll be out. Well, I don't know, about 30 days.
Who actually wrote the book, Ike?
No, but this guy Nigel Cawthorne, he's from London.
Yeah, he wrote the book?
No, we did.
You mean you told him what
You told the story and he wrote it.
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
Yeah, his book come back from when I was a kid all the way up through Tina, but I think up until now, you know.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to get in this book and say, look, I was really nice to Tina. I never hit Tina.
No,
All
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
is...
tell that lie.
Huh?
I'm not going to tell that lie.
Good.
Thanks again for listening to the Runaway Radio Rewind. I'm Steve Robinson. It's once again time for Uncle Waldo.
Here's one for the truckers headed to Abilene this morning. It's the Siemens and Pruett Redneck Beat-Off Hour with Nick Nasel and the 9 Nose Pickers.
They picking them up and laying them down. They're the funniest guys in this here town. They up for the dawn to greet the sun, and it's sure not Hudson and Harrigan.
King Edward Cigar Time, 4 after the hour, somewhere about there. Weather looks like it might rain today. And here's Nick Nasel again.
It's Siemens and Pruett. They're here today to make you laugh, and you'll stay away. They won't ever make you sob. It's a bona fide comedy. Below
Almost didn't catch that one. Y'all have a good morning now. You hear?
Come on. There it goes. Very good, Mom.
Boom! Jeepers, you fine arts lovers, wherever you are. Time to sit back and enjoy the S&P Not Ready for Drive Time Players starring in Uncle Waldo, teenage Indian chief type person. Just in time for rodeo season, dig it? Yes, in Act 1, Scene 1, it seems that just before dawn, an Indian chief, Chief Uncle Waldo, walked into his daughter's tent unannounced. only to find her in an embrace with one of the village's handsome young braves, Brave Big Bruno. Irate, he said to the brave,
Hey, come on now.
What?
Now that you've had oogum boogum with my daughter,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to marry her, but first, you're gonna have to pass an endurance test to prove your worth.
Oh, well, I love daughter. Young tribesman will be happy to submit to any test you give him.
All right.
Can I put my loincloth back on now?
Well, the chief and the brave, wrapped in their bear skins, because it was like mid-February at 5 degrees below zero where they were, they walked down to the lake by the village. Yes, they stopped on the edge of the frozen lake, and the chief said,
You must chop them.
It's cold out here.
Brave Big, listen to the rules. These are cool rules. You must first chop them whole in the ice.
Chop 'em hole in the ice. Yeah, got it.
Swim them 3 miles to the other side.
Under the ice.
And then swim them back. Upon your return...
What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts?
You said you loved my daughter and you'd do anything, to prove, submit to any test. This is the test.
You mean I chop 'em hole in the ice, swim under the ice, how far?
3 miles.
3 miles.
And then swim 'em-
Swim back, find hole, come up.
Swim them back.
Oh, swim 'em back, find hole, come up, dry off, go find another hole.
And then we shall have 'em great feast, and you shall wed my daughter.
Give me tomahawk, I chop hole in the ice.
I'll bet you want to say...
Oh, yes, I want to say, love shall sustain me through this trial, and my manhood will make me really...
It'll shrivel. I'm not kidding.
well, the brave vowed that love would forget it, sustain him in that stuff. And when he had finished chopping through the ice, he plunged into the icy waters. 3 hours later, there was still no sign of the Brave Big.
If you could read, this would be good. Really.
And through the vigil, and though the vigil was kept until the wee hours of the evening, by then everyone in the village knew the worst. Young Brave Big had not survived.
Neither is the script.
In his memory, Chief Uncle Waldo decided.
Well, I've decided.
Oh, Big is gone. He's gone.
I know.
You and your stupid test.
Well, sweetheart.
You and your stupid script. Who picked this script?
I'll tell you what we're going to do, darling.
I don't know which is worse.
I know you're sad that, Chief, that Brave Big is gone, but as the chief of the tribe here, I've made a decision.
What is it? That you'll take reading lessons from Evelyn Woods? What decision have you made?
I'm serious now. I know you're doing all the joking around. You joke 'em with me.
Just to lighten the mood.
I know you're sad, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're gonna name this body of water out here where he drowned. We're gonna name it after your lover.
Oh, what are you gonna call it?
Well, from this day forward.
Like Big Bruno?
Not exactly.
What are you gonna call it?
We're gonna refer to this lake from now on as Lake Wattapots.
You've been listening to the Runaway Radio Rewind. Join us next week for more memories and goodness for the intelligentsia from the people who made the former KLOL what it was. Find us online at runawayradiorewind.com and be sure to grab your Runaway Radio gear. You can find the show on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play. Show us your dog, and we'll see you next week on the Runaway Radio Rewind.